Yeah, it looks like we're having trouble with Alan. So, Deepika, I'm going to bring you up in just a moment.
Great. Hi, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. My name is Deepika Nath. I'm one of the 5 South Africans who are supposed to read today. Some of us are having connectivity issues, so we can try and sort of troubleshoot them as we go. Should I, Vince, should I just start with my poems, or
Yeah,
what's the plan?
go right ahead, and we can bring Philippa up when you're complete. And if none of the other poets are able to make it, then I'll just bring you back on.
Great. Actually, why don't you have Philippa go first, because I think she was supposed to open for us.
Okay, no problem.
Is that okay, or would you like me to?
No problem. I'll bring her up right now.
Thank you.
Philippa, you can go right ahead if you want to start.
Hello, my name is Philippa de Villiers. I am from Johannesburg, and this poem was written by a South African poet called Pelelani Makanye, and it's called Applause. There is applause after Netanyahu's speech. It sounds like rattling skeletons of dry bones whose marrow has been replaced by dry sand. It sounds like mortar breaks crashing skulls of infants. It sounds like the crackling of fire of rafters on a burning house. It sounds like shattering glass of a window in a bombed house. It sounds like a cannonade of a rifle. It sounds like a ruthless hailstorm falling on a zinc roof. It sounds like the grinding teeth of a Gaza father digging a shallow grave. It sounds like a Gaza mother.
I'm sorry, that was beautiful, but it looks like the internet connectivity is not great there. So, Deepika, I'm going to bring you back up.
All right. Yeah, sorry about all that. I guess, yeah. If people don't mind, I'm gonna try and call Alan and have him read his poem. Vince, is that okay to experiment with that a little
Yeah,
bit?
that should be fine. It looks like Philippa might be back on. So while you get him on the phone, let me see.
Okay.
Philippa, is your internet working now? Can you hear us? No, it looks like that's not working great. So yeah, Deepika, go right ahead.
Okay. Okay. Um, Hi, Alan. Hi. Look, I'm gonna have Vince just check the audio, and if he gives us the go ahead, why don't you just go into the introduction and your poems? Shall we do that?
Sure.
Okay. Just say something. Let me see if our audio is okay with this.
Right. Well, I hate the IDF.
Okay, hang on a second. Vince,
Yeah.
how's the audio on that?
Yeah, that's actually pretty discernible. That's okay.
Perfect. All right. So, Alan, you're on. Go now.
Excellent. I'm on now.
Yes.
Greetings to everyone. Of course, we're in a terrible time. We've lived with an orgy of violence and hate for several years now, and of course it goes back decades, but we were in an incendiary period. And it got me thinking about a popular singer, Glastonbury, who started a chant, kill the IDF, kill the IDF. And of course there was an outcry from Zionist quarters that this is anti-Semitic. but there was quite a popular gathering of opinion that how else to describe this army, which has the most sort of sophisticated technology for destruction at its disposal, and has also shown signs of sadism, of barbarism, where there's a sense of impunity that anything can be done. It's like a fascist orgy of violence coming from the so-called Israel Defense Force. And it got me thinking, and the result was this poem. Yes, why hate the IDF? Why call them by their name? Hateful, these bloody and bloodless killers, crying vengeance to satisfy the pit inside their hearts, the pit of pitilessness, the pit where little children are left alone at night by mothers and fathers who terrorize them with monster tales, enough to make them play that part, then drown their empty, sweaty bodies dancing machine gun style in chants for death and revenge as their salvation, death and destruction of those they have wronged. For they have been taught to hate those who have what they want. So you start to hate them necessarily, the IDF. Can you love such shrines who shriek the holy name, shattering babies from the air? Can you forgive their endless wrath and merciless pleasure? This resolute, dissolute rabble of warriors with sharpened teeth, and the priests who ride shotgun beside them, blessing the ravagement of the innocent enemy camp, filled with toys and books and the spirit of Sumud. Can you forget them? The bloody, bloodless shock troops of the IDF, as you go about your daily gnashing of teeth at their mashing of history's gear. So that poem, yes, it's about the impunity that Israel has enjoyed and seems to continue on an endless round of violence directed against all its neighbors. Well, the Israelis have no sense of what a neighborly relationship is. It seems that this fortress will keep spewing fire until someone can actually put out that fire. So we can only hope that the end of Zionism will put an end to the endless bloodshed and the cycle of violence. So I'm talking from South Africa. Unfortunately, we had a technical hitch. But South Africa and Palestine have had a long relationship. And many of our poets and activists take a very strong interest in what's happening. Our government, of course, took a great step forward with the ICJ, but has lagged behind in terms of effective economic sanctions. So we've got a lot of work to do. But I'll hand you back to Deepika, who's taken over given this hitch. And thank you. And yes, Palestine must be free.
Thanks, Alan. Okay, so Alan, I'm going to try and call Philippa now to see if she can join us also through WhatsApp. Oh, wait, Philippa's getting on.
But I'm here.
Oh, sorry, Philippa.
I've been here the whole time.
Oh, sorry, apologies.
No problem.
Philippa, we can try again. Your internet cut out the last time on us, but if you want to give it another shot, go right ahead. Looks like she cut out again. So Deepika, yeah, why don't you go ahead and try and get her on the phone, and we'll do the same.
Okay, yeah, let me do that rather. Sorry, give me 1 second. Look, Vince, I'm so sorry, but Pitika says he's waiting to be let in. I'm not sure.
That's actually not. He must be in the wrong place. Because that's not a thing on this platform. Maybe
Yeah.
if you want to go ahead and read, I can try and work behind the scenes with my team to see what's going on.
Cool. Thank you. All right. Philippa, do you want to read here? Because it kind of worked with Alan, because you keep cutting in and out.
What the hell is going on there?
Philippa?
Okay. To leave the other room.
Philippa, say something?
I left the other room because it was causing feedback.
Okay, so look, you're pretty clear on my phone. Do you want, and you cut out the last time as you were reading. So do you want to sort of go again, and I'll just hold my phone by the computer, and it seems to be kind of working.
Okay.
Great. Okay.
Okay.
Philippa, you're on now.
Hi, my name is Philippa de Villiers. I'm a poet from Johannesburg. I'm going to read a poem by Pelelani Makanye, a South African poet. The poem is called Applause. There is applause after Netanyahu's speech. It sounds like rattling skeletons of dry bones whose marrow has been replaced by dry sand. It sounds like mortar breaks, crushing skulls of infants. It sounds like the crackling of fire on rafters of a burning house. It sounds like shattering glass of a window in a bombed house. It sounds like a cannonade of a rifle. It sounds like a ruthless hailstorm falling on a zinc roof. It sounds like grinding teeth of a Gaza father digging a shallow grave to bury his entire family. It sounds like a tearing garment of a hijab, of a sobbing Gaza mother holding her dead baby like a violin. There is applause after Netanyahu's speech. Listen. Thank you.
Great. Philippa, are you reading more?
Yes. I'm just looking for the poem now. I'm sorry. It goes like this. We learn to love from those who love us, if we learn at all. The patience of their eyes caress, the firm hand on a bleeding wound, the long after midnight ears, listening as the lake listens to moonlight, holds its light on its surface, and even in darkness returns the favor of beauty. When love faces you with the mirror of your unspoken pain, you're alone together for a moment, swelling to eternity. What is never born can never die, but lives as fingers slapping a drum's tough and tender skin, coaxing out a sound from a place beyond sound, Earth's heartbeat echoing on and under every fragment of our capacity for wonder. And we must remember the sound of Hind Rajab's voice, a voice crying, begging to be heard. This is your voice. This is our voice, unforgotten and always held in love.
Thanks, Philippa. Is there more?
That's it.
Okay, cool. So Pitika's on now. Shall I keep you on WhatsApp so you can hear the poetry? Because you're not in the rooms now, right?
Yeah, I'd love to stay.
Okay.
And listen to the poetry.
Great, perfect.
Pitika, you can go ahead and read.
Hello?
Pitika, yes, go right ahead. We're ready for you.
Moloch and Netanyahu, a poetic dialogue of death and deletion, where ritual sacrifice meet modern siege, a testimony from the ashes of Gaza and the bones of empire. Scene, a scorched-thrown room, smoke and silicon, two figures face each other across the pit line. Moloch, the ancient deity of child sacrifice, fire-eyed, dripping with ash. Netanyahu, a hybrid of Netanyahu and Nyahupi, a street drug that numbs and enslaves, jittery with arrogance and decay. Moloch, I am the fire that fed on firstborns. You are my modern priest dressed in policy, dripping in drone logic. Where once they laid children on my bronze altars, you bury them under buildings. Tell me, little leader of annihilation, how many ashes make a homeland? Netanyahu, I bear the burden of security. The right to defend, is that not sacred too? These are surgical strikes, smart bombs, cleansing shadows from narrow arrows. Their tunnels are threats. Their breath is provocation. Moloch, surgical strike like blade on a baby's throat, smart like fire raining on a hospital bed. Your missiles hum lullabies of empire. I drank blood from stone. You distill it through hashtags. You have mechanized me, made my hunger efficient. We warm them, we leaflet the graves before we dig them. They use their children as shields. What choice do we have? Moloch, with rubble, is a vote cast for decay. Even I, demon of Asians, am startled by your justifications. You do not sacrifice to gods, you sacrifice to fear of the innocent. Netanyahu, I am democracy's
Unfortunately, it looks like we lost Pitika as well. I'm sorry you guys are having some internet issues. Sindiswa, I'm going to try and bring you up as well if you want to unmute.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
I hope you can hear me. My name is Sindiswa Busuku and I'm part of the South African cohort, and it's a real honor to be here and to share solidarity and poetry with everybody. So I'm going to read a poem that I've written, but also before I do that, I think it's really important to highlight Palestinian poets that I have admired and that I teach at UCT and that I return to very often. One of the poems is by Noor Hindi called "Fuck Your Lecture on Craft, My People Are Dying." Colonizers write about flowers. I tell you about children throwing rocks at Israeli tanks seconds before becoming daisies. I want to be like those poets who care about the moon. Palestinians don't see the moon from jail cells and prisons. It is so beautiful, the moon. They're so beautiful, the flowers. They pick flowers for my dead father when I'm sad. He watches Al Jazeera all day. I wish Jessica would stop texting me happy Ramadan. I know I'm American because when I walk into a room, something dies. Metaphors about death are for poets who think ghosts care about sound. When I die, I promise to haunt you forever. One day, I'll write about the flowers like we own them. So I'm going to read a poem that I wrote many moons ago about mothers, and I'm thinking about all of the mothers of Palestine as I read this poem in a different context. Mother's Lyric 1. Under 2 things the earth trembles, under 3 it cannot bear up. The barren womb. This is formation. This is a gardener. This is a man of faith. This is feverish ground. 2 small burning hands held close to her breast, head on her knees, burrowed beneath the earth, my young bulb asleep beneath the roots of bluebells. This is fevered ground. This is how the earth swells. This is the soil's hot breath meeting the chill. See the small gelatine skull. Feel the soft ridges of the spine. Hear the bloom of each pore. This is the form I once knew. This was the form. Where were you when I turned her eyeless face east, said the man of faith. Where were you when I rooted lilies for eyes, said the gardener. This is the bruised tongue. This is the boneless answer. This is the tightly coiled whisper. Mother's Lyric 2. Under 2 things the earth trembles, under 3 it cannot bear up. The unloved woman who is married. This is silence. This is what might have been lost. This is how my bones begin to seize up. This is my only way to you. This is me being carried, a woman being carried out to sea. See how the sun fills my eyes. See how I hang here with bluebells and lilies blooming between my teeth, suspended only by the flutter of 100 moths, all trapped and crumbling in my skull. Each falls away into dust, leaving me empty with shards of ash spiraling about my head. This is a clenched fist. This is the release, the sound of a sigh, the birth of heaviness. Mother's Lyric 3. Under 2 things the earth trembles, under 3 it cannot bear up. The unbridled tongue. This is the sound of passing. Hold out your hand, touch me here, see how hollow I have become. Below the navel, pick apart the seam, throw back your head, open your mouth, tie down your tongue, loop the tightened cord, pull up the boneless answer. This is the twist and tilt, the cracking joints. This is the tiny bulb I once knew that swung wide its arms to grip the imperfect light and pulled the world open. Where were you? How long will we rest? Cracked, splintered, and branched around her body like vines. Thank you so much, everybody.
Hi, all. I'm going to read 2 short poems. Thank you for bearing with us with the technological problems that we're having. I know that everyone on our team has been very, very, feels very privileged and grateful to be here. So thank you to the organizers for including us. I'll read 2 poems. The first one is called Ramadan in Gaza. Ramadan in Gaza. This year too, the 9th crescent moon asked an offering that is its own requital. This year too, the 10th new moon announced that the feast was at hand. This year, though, there was yet another call to test again how the undefeated observe the daily fast and abjure in the soul what the body has already foregone. And a final question remains before the 10th crescent reveals. Will you abstain too from a just revenge that would raise volcanoes in the sea? This year too, evening prayers scale the skies, though paper lungs may fail the high notes. This year too, gifts are exchanged, though most often with searching hands. And this year too, the heart is like the moon, new, young, half, full, but never empty. And I'll read one more poem. It's also a short one. This is called The Last Flower Will Bloom in Gaza. There's the memory of a new seed in a child's hand, her fingers curled under a coat of brick sand, her chest unmoving as if she's saving her breath for a last dua. The last dua will be answered in Gaza by the song of the Palestine sunbirds who build their nests on the surviving limbs of amputated trees. The last nest will abide in Gaza, home to South and North, the connective ocean and a land that summons its people. The last people belong to Gaza. Thank you.